Have you ever heard someone say, I can't work with them because there's no trust? Or watched two teams struggle to collaborate because they don't trust each other? Books like The Speed of Trust advocate trust is critical for getting things done. A recent article in the Harvard Business Review called The Secret to Building a High-Performance Team argues that many organizations choke on performance precisely when they most need risk-taking because lack of trust triggers self-protection. The author describes trust as the fuel for courage and connection essential for innovation and speed under pressure. Yet we often use lack of trust as an excuse, thinking, well, we'll collaborate once there's better trust. Here's the problem. If you're waiting for trust to magically appear, you're stuck. You won't work together and nothing will change. But what if we could understand exactly how trust works? What if we could see the path to building it? In this System Sightings, we will use systemic intelligence to see how we can shift from feeling stuck to taking action. Think of trust like water in a bathtub. At any moment, there's a certain level of trust between two people or two groups. When that level is low, we need to turn on the faucet to fill it up. This is building trust, the flow coming in. But there's also a drain. Trust can also leak away. This is losing trust, the flow going out. These are both activities, things that are actively happening. Building trust is something we want to increase, and losing trust is something we want to prevent. Trust builds when people spend time together, having conversations, sharing experiences, working on things side by side. Two factors determine how much trust builds: how many experiences people share together, and how much trust each experience creates. Put these together, and you can see how trust accumulates over time, filling up that bathtub. Even if we stop building trust, it doesn't disappear instantly. There's a kind of trust memory, how long trust lasts without new experiences. Think about reconnecting with someone you haven't seen in 20 years. You probably don't feel the same level of trust you once had. Some of it may have faded. But here's something interesting. The more trust you had built originally, the longer it lasts. If you had a really strong bond, it probably hasn't faded much at all, even after decades. This creates a powerful upward spiral. The more trust you have, the longer it lasts, and the more trust you have, the more you want to spend time together, which creates more opportunities to build even more trust. You now have two positive reinforcing feedback loops that impact each other. Now for the critical question. When trust is low, what can you actually do to increase it? The answer lies in something called conversational capacity. The ability to have productive, learning-focused conversations about difficult topics, even when circumstances are challenging and people come from very different perspectives. This is a skill you can learn and practice. When people develop this capacity, even brief interactions can significantly increase trust. This skill increases the quality of both candor and curiosity. By strengthening conversational capacity, you increase how much trust builds from each experience together. This creates a positive cycle. More trust leads to better conversations, which builds more trust. And there's a fourth feedback loop too. The more experiences you have together, the more chances you have to practice and strengthen your conversational capacity, which helps you build even more trust, which makes you want more experiences together. So here's your roadmap out of being stuck. Start having intentional experiences together while deliberately building conversational capacity. This isn't passive. It's an active choice to develop the skills for difficult conversations. And when you do this, you'll generate the trust needed for meaningful collaboration and better results.